What's such a found reaction in today's video? Funk is genuinely just noise, bro. By Winrow. Funk music. He talking about funk like the Brazilian music. The dum 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 dum. Like he talking about that. Dum 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 dum.
We can discover what we're hiding. Damn, this funk song's really good. Let me see what other
Oh, he talking about that type of funk.
songs are on the internet. Okay, so over the past few months, I've been seeing the word funk more often than my own damn self in the mirror, man. One day I'm seeing the 812th TikTok funk dance trend, and the next day I'm seeing kinda homeless funk top the YouTube hype charts. And where the
Like what, gang?
hell did all these god-awful remixes come from? You got Charlie Kirk funk, laughing funk, dreamable funk, and breathing funk, huh? And good lord, I just remembered about sleep funk and literally anything Gavin Z Beats made. But wait a
But that
minute.
troll emoji, why do they put that troll emoji with all of them? Like that should be fine.
These two are labeled funk, but isn't this funk? Or what about all these songs in the funk playlist conveniently made in Portuguese? What the hell even is funk in the first place? Well, to understand whatever this is, we gotta go back 40 years to see where this all came from. So here's a lesson in music culture presented by a physics student. Yay? Now we start this story in Brazil. And this country is a melting pot of cultures. Not only does it contain indigenous, European, and African influences, I wonder why, but the US was about to hit this pot like a rock. Literally. But in the 70s, there were quite a few other genres that made their way to Brazil, including a familiar looking word. American funk was what I imagined funk to be, because this shit was funky, groovy, and will get anyone to do whatever this is. Close enough. But one major ingredient was missing to create the original Brazilian funk. See, as the new decades hit, crime and inflation further increased, making life in favelas, aka slums, much more challenging. And in the country's second largest city, one way to cope with all this was to play records of these genres, among others, at local dance parties, aka bailes. And if you're curious, the other way to cope was to emigrate to the US and hope for a better life. Sounds familiar. Tons of Brazilians moved in the 80s to Miami as the US's closest major city. And it was here where they discovered freestyle and Miami bass. Or booty bass, apparently. Records of these genres were added to the Baile collection, and DJs began creating their own sound with all these influences. Instruments and beats of local religious music were added, and the lyrics began devolving into raw, sexually explicit words since that was the reality of life. Unlike the tea-sipping music of bossa nova.
Gang, I seen in Brazil, them niggas got a sex hotel, gang. Like, them niggas awfully horny out there. Like, them niggas be having kids at 18. Like, I seen Indrick having a kid, bro.
With artists like DJ Malboro pioneering the sound, Brazilian funk, and the 36 other names it has, blew up over the years and is now seeing a new resurgence thanks to one other genre. Even though the rapper who coined the word funk related it to American funk, this genre has
Say young guy Space Ghost Perp was the first nigga to pick the P for the funk. What the hell? That nigga mad influential.
almost nothing to do with
Bro, that nigga is crazy as hell. That nigga insane.
Baile funk. Influenced by 90s Memphis rap, funk music is known for its lo-fi aesthetic, use of old samples, heavy bass,
Damn. Space Ghost Perp bringing the funk. Damn, that nigga really, damn. That nigga a visionary, a pioneer.
and the occasional use of that iconic cowbell 808.
Why so serious?
Wait, Does that mean that this is actually. Nah, I'm not buying it. Especially because the funk that defined the 2020s came from Eastern European producers who combined OG funk with various elements of EDM. This version of funk was much more fast paced, heavily distorted those damn 808s, and became associated with drifting car footage, thus creating the subgenre of drift funk. And I'm confident that this is what most of y'all think of when you see this genre pop up. And I don't blame you. This was the genre that blew up on TikTok and confused millions of us, including Spotify, that this was the sound of funk and not something like
I just
this.
look through the process. I don't really want no problems. Niggas ain't got no merit. Niggas ain't got
Bro, what the hell?
no posture.
As explained in
Nigga tiptoeing on the beat? What type of beat is that? Doo, 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 doo. Damn Tom and Jerry sounds.
this amazing video, funk would be yet another sound that would be greatly misunderstood because of one dominating subgenre. Don't worry, dubstep, I still remember you.
But them white niggas love dubstep. Dubstep sounds so fire if you off a line of coke. Like,
Back in 2022, almost every funk song in the playlist was drift funk, and didn't even contain the original pioneers of the genre. But come on, man, it's been over 4 years since then. I'm sure Spotify learned their lesson now and finally gave the original Why the hell is Brazil in here? And what the hell is that song doing? You know when I said that drift funk was what people thought funk was nowadays? Well, it's about to get so bad that even Wikipedia had to disambiguate funk from funk carioca, even if they're completely different. And it's all thanks to Brazilian funk, which is supposedly a hybrid between funk and drift funk, as popularized from this song. But here's where things get a little complicated since Brazilian funk isn't even Brazilian or funk. To simplify, the original Brazilian name of Brazilian funk is funk automotivo, which is Brazilian funk meant to explode your automobile speakers while driving through bailes. But the term Brazilian funk stuck around to describe all the funk that isn't Brazilian, since several non-Brazilian artists, including this guy, misleadingly called their music Brazilian funk. And the funk part of the word
so these niggas started a whole wave.
comes from the drift funk that many of these artists used to make. So, for the cost of simplicity, we now have to deal with Spotify putting every Brazilian funk song in the funk playlist. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate Tralalelo Tralala being sneaked in there. Really needed that. Only Italians know. And no matter how much you hate this stuff, are we really surprised that they've gone mega viral over the past year? Because the high energy, heavy bass, and ultra tough cover art make them the perfect background music for TikTok trends. Kinda the same reason this kind of music was popping a decade ago. Even
Nigga put that shit in every montage. Neymar 2015 highlights. And on it go. To the wastelands, to the highways.
if a lot of them literally sound the same, people didn't listen for the sounds themselves, mostly, but for the sound's utility for creators. And speaking of NCS, let's see what their most popular songs last year were. And yep, what did I expect? And because Brazilian funk, or as I'd like to call it, TikTok funk, is now mainstream, calling it a gentrified Brazilian funk is kind of an understatement. What used to be a raw sound made for the favelas has now been mass produced for celebrities. In Brazilian funk, a common practice is the art of montagem, or assembly, where artists assemble their funk tracks from various existing media. And with Brazilian funk, yeah, don't be surprised that literally everything is being funkified now. I mean, some of them are kind of cool, but
But these cover arts frying me, gang. Like, what the? I'm about to. What? I'm about to come. What? Funk?
Oh my lord. I asked you guys to recommend some funk music for this video, and why is a chair an edit for this fucking song? What? Someone put 8 heart emojis for this. Probably has to do with the fact that there's 8 uploads of the same song. This is what I absolutely hate about funk tracks. It's not the tracks themselves. It's the fact that artists know that spamming 100 re-uploads of the same song gets them views. Look at this. Shape of You Aggressive Gaming Funk Remix. What? Wait, this is actually like better than anything Gavin Z Beats made.
DJ Ballsberg.
The fact that they have the gall to copyright this song is actually ridiculous, bro. Oh, also a lot of the newer funk music uses AI vocals and covers. Yay! But on the human side of things, I got the help of TikTok funk producer Pacto for not only the research of some of this video, but also for what the current scene is like. And in a nutshell, even calling it Brazilian funk nowadays is outdated since the sound has become incredibly diverse, yet still not Brazilian and not funk. I doubt these artists even know what the Portuguese lyrics mean. Although some sub-genres have been named, current artists simply refer to other songs when describing a desired track style. For example, here's Accelerada made in a Gia Delicia style, and Skyverse made in a Luna Bala style. All of them are copyrighted to hell except for one, so here you go. So, if you're looking for some quick cash, just make some ultra tough funk for these kind of videos and you're set for life. So since my last video flopped, I hope y'all will enjoy my masterpiece.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see.
Let me at this.
No.
Bro. You funny as hell. Make sure concert trap round deuces.